This program is made possible by Anthem Medicaid. Anthem Medicaid is with you every step of the way. And Kentucky Legend, your everyday tradition.
Hello everybody, my name is Randy Lanham, your host for VolunTour Kentucky. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I'm super excited to be here at Habitat for Humanity. We're going to learn all about Habitat, the organization, what they do, and I actually get to get my hands dirty and do some volunteering opportunities. Can't wait. Thanks for tuning in.
Sometimes we move so fast, life passes by, we soon regret not giving up more time for those that need a helping hand, a friend to see. Come take a trip with me, VolunTour Kentucky, VolunTour Kentucky.
All right, it's hot again today, so do like you did yesterday. Y'all did fine. You got plenty of water. You did not get none of overheated or anything. You took frequent breaks. That was great. Let's just be careful. Let's be safe. Let's enjoy our day. Try to keep cool best as you can, and then let's go build a house, and let's get it done. All right?
Miss Virginia, thank you so much for having us today here at Habitat for Humanity. I've been so excited about this. Now, I've known you a long, long time. It is a pleasure to be able to introduce you to some of the folks out there in TV land watching the show.
Well, so I'm glad to be here.
I know you are. You're so sweet and so good, and you are a saint. And I tell everybody all the time, when I grow up, I want to be like Miss Virginia.
Well, thank you. And I think you've already passed me by. But
no.
anyway.
Well, why don't we talk about Habitat for Humanity?
Let's do that.
Tell us about Habitat.
I will. And you know, I had 4 kids and I used to like to tell them stories. So once upon a time, there was a man named Millard Fuller. And he and his wife, Linda, he was a millionaire, doing great. He was a workaholic. They had everything they could possibly want. And she said, I'm going to leave you. You're not paying attention to me and the kids. He said, no, wait. Let's leave the kids with the grandparents and we'll go down. I know this little place, Americus, Georgia. Got a good friend down there, Clarence Jordan. And we'll go down there and see if we can't work this out. Yeah. So he went down, and this was in 1976. No, 1976. 1976, he went down there to this little town, and the roads, red dirt roads, people lived in shacks with outdoor plumbing, no plumbing. Outhouses is what they had. And he said, people shouldn't have to live like this. And so Clarence agreed with him, and they started thinking, you know, if we did something like a barn raising where people come together and help each other build, and then the people who got the house would make payments, no interest now, because the Bible says don't charge your poor brother or sister usury, which means interest. Yeah. So no interest on the house. You help work on them yourself, and you take the money that you're making payments with to buy materials to build more houses. Yeah. And it's worked. Oh. He went over to Zaire, Africa, to try it out, and it worked. Yes. They came back, and he had a big dream. He didn't start Habitat for Humanity. He started Habitat for Humanity International.
Yes, wow.
With the dream to eliminate poverty housing around the world.
And now there are Habitat locations around the world.
Around the world?
Around the state of Kentucky.
Well, you know what? There are over 40 in Kentucky.
Wow.
Yes.
I did not realize that.
Yes. And now we are in a smaller town, not like Louisville and Lexington. Of course, we're bigger than Henderson and some of the other places, Ohio County. We just dedicated our 134th house.
Oh gosh, that is incredible.
Yes, families in houses, and almost all of it was volunteers.
Oh wow, that's
so
great news.
We've added to the city tax rolls. Yeah. We've helped improve families and given them a safe place to be and a place of their own. And we've noticed that health improves. We've noticed that education improves. Once they're stable, the homeowners go back to college, the kids go on to college, they just seem to have more hope in their life.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I can see that.
Yes.
So, man, I tell you what, Habitat is such a great organization, why don't we talk about some of the volunteering opportunities? There's many, many things to do at Habitat. Now, we're going to be on site here in a little bit doing a lot of the work. What are some of the work opportunities on site?
Well, you have to come by the office first. You have to sign your waivers of liability and make sure you're going to be safe on the site.
Right. Safety training.
Safety training, yes, yes. Where's my hard hat?
Yes.
I got my hard hat now. Gonna wear that on the site.
That's right. So you
Anyway.
go through some training, some paperwork.
Yes.
And then once we get out to the site, what are all the different volunteer
Well,
opportunities?
it depends on your skill, on your availability, on your age. Kentucky child labor law says nobody on an active construction site under 16 or 16 and under. And we abide by that. We
Sure.
want people to be safe.
Absolutely.
But we've even worked with kindergarten classes. They would plant and grow flowers and then come plant them in our the homeowners' yards, or they would bring in lemonade on a hot day for the workers.
Yeah.
Or
Like today, it's going
like
to be
today.
lemonade's going to be
I
awful
know,
good today.
I know it would be so
I
good
hope we got
today.
some kindergartners bringing some lemonade.
I don't
today.
know, but wouldn't that be nice? But we have, in Owensboro, we have campus chapters, which are students at some of the high schools. We have one at Daviess County that's active. We have one at Catholic High that's very active. Apollo has one. It's had a change of leadership. We're hoping to activate it again. Same with Brescia. Brescia University has one, and they're trying to pull it back together, and I think they're going to do it. So these groups want to come in. Now, ordinarily, our construction crew works Tuesday through Friday from they meet here at the office at the warehouse at 8:30 in the morning. They sit around, have a little coffee, decide what they're going to do on the site,
yeah.
and it depends on what stage the construction's in.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
How about we go to the site?
You got to have your hard hat.
I'll put it on.
Safety
I'm gonna put on a
glasses.
t-shirt. I got my hard hat, my glasses. I'm ready to go. You
Have
ready
you
to take us out there?
Yes, let's go.
All right,
Hey,
sounds
wait a
good.
minute. Have you signed a liability waiver?
Oh, I got that over there by my hard hat.
All right.
I'll sign it first.
Well, you sign
All
it
right, let's
first.
get on out there and get to work.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you.
Take care.
Mr. Logan, thank you so much for meeting us here today and for talking to me. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your position from Habitat International, is that correct?
Well, I've worked with the International several times
Yes.
on different projects,
Yeah.
and they keep me pretty busy if I'm available.
Yes.
And we go all over the places that needs help.
Yeah.
And
All over the country?
well, we've gone just like this group here from Michigan.
Right.
Well, I went up to Michigan in 2007, and we helped build 100 houses with the Jimmy Carter Work Project in
Wow.
Michigan.
Is that right?
So we're went up there to work, and now here the kids are coming down here to work down here
Down here in Kentucky.
in Kentucky.
All right.
So-
how long you been doing this?
About 20 years.
20 years. That's a long time.
You know, I was in the Air Force for 20 years, retired from it, and come back to Beaver Dam, and bought the shoe repair shop that I worked in before I came in the service. Kept it for 27 years, and then when I was able to sell it, and I sold it, and the same year that I sold it, I started working with Habitat in 1999, and been here ever since.
Wow, you built a lot of houses.
So I'm hoping this year I will be able to help build my 100th house here at Owensboro.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So it's been a rewarding 20 years.
Oh, absolutely. Can you tell us, Logan, now there's some folks that might be watching this TV show out there. They might think, you know what, I just don't have the skills, I don't have the know-how. You know, I don't know that I could volunteer for Habitat. What would you tell them?
Oh, I tell them, don't do that. Come volunteer, because we will have a job for you. You know, we don't have to have all the professional experience, and that there'll be people here that can give them guidance and help them along the way.
Like you're fixing to do to me. You're fixing to teach me a little bit.
And just be able to show what's going on.
Yeah.
And so with that in mind, every person that works with us has a talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to find out what that talent is and put it to good use.
That's right. Whether it's working on a house, whether that's doing yard work, whether that's painting.
That's
on
right.
the inside, I know today we're here setting up the walls.
Yes.
But there is so much more landscaping to do, painting,
right.
Just tons of stuff to do.
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, it is.
So there's something for everybody, definitely.
For
don't you think?
everybody. I think so.
All right, I'll tell you what, one of my favorite parts of this show is I get to actually do some of the hands-on work. And I've been around helping a little bit here and there, but do you have any projects that you can put me to work with?
Well,
what do you think?
We're getting ready to do some work on some of our walls and things.
All right,
but
let's go over there and see what you can get me into. Does that sound good?
Okay.
All right.
I'll let you drive a nail.
Yeah, that sounds good. Back in the day, I used to hammer a lot, Logan, but I used to smash my thumb a whole lot, so I'm going to try not to do that. Right about here?
Right, that'd be fine.
That a good spot?
Yes.
All right.
In other words, we're going
Now
to
that camera,
we're going to
they should squeeze in here real tight just in case I smash a fan. No, I'm not going to do that. So I got her started. Man, it's coming back to me, Logan.
Oh, you're doing great. Look there. He's not bending it.
Hey, look at there.
Look
that
at
wasn't
there.
too bad. It's been a few years since I've hammered a nail. I did pretty good, didn't I?
See, in other words, the drywall.
Yeah, it's going to come right in
will
here.
come back up to here, see, and it has something to attach to.
Yeah. Looks like y'all got some nails down
And then,
through there.
and then when the
Good.
drywall comes this way, then it will automatically go in the
Attached to here.
into this one. See?
All right here at the corner.
Right here in the corner.
Well, that was easy enough work. You got something else for me to do?
Well, we probably do, but at the moment, I'll tell you what we do. I'll let you finish nailing this door frame.
That sounds good.
Okay. They don't look like this has been nailed across here.
Okay, so we're going to put nails right across the edge here?
Yep,
Okay.
inch or so in.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to bring them along this side right here, right?
See, now, that is our sheeting that will hold our vinyl siding.
Okay. So how far apart do we need to put the
We're going
nails?
to put them 8 inches apart.
8 inches? Okay, that's about...
Estimate. It don't have to be
Estimate.
exact, but
Gotcha.
the normal rule for this is 8 inches apart. See?
Okay.
See? You're doing great.
Thank you.
You haven't been a one yet.
Oh, you're gonna jinx me. You're gonna jinx me. So far, so good. They're going in well, ain't they?
Yeah.
I tell you, I used to do little construction work out of high school, but that's been a few years ago.
Well,
but it seems like it's like riding a bike.
Yep.
I'm just getting
it's
back on.
like a refresher.
That's right. Man, I'm getting lucky here now.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and take it all the way out to the end.
All the way out to the end.
All right, last one here at the corner. Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you did an excellent
I appreciate
job.
it. Thank you very much.
In other words, this is now ready to go into the wall. See?
Okay.
And then on the back side of it, it has a divider there for wall that's going to come out into the room.
And this will be a door.
This will be the
obviously.
doorway here.
Yeah.
See. And
All right.
so that way, it's as we say, they're pre-built walls.
Yeah.
And they was built at Louisville,
Okay.
and then they was donated to us.
Yeah.
And so now we take them and assemble them. And as soon as we get all the exterior walls done, then I've already started marking the places where the interior walls will go.
Oh, okay, okay. I see some of the marks on the
See?
floor there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I
Very
started
good.
this morning.
Oh,
to
okay.
Getting ready to do the interior walls.
Right.
And,
Gotcha.
and if you see all those pipes over here, that's for plumbing.
Yep.
In other words, for the bathroom and the kitchen and laundry room.
Right. Right.
And so,
You got it all in your head, don't you? I mean, I would have to look at plans right now, but as you're describing this, you got those plans all up in your head right now, don't you? You know
Well,
exactly how this layout's going to be.
I got to keep one jump ahead of all these people
all
that's
these
supposed to be the workers.
I got you.
You gotta keep one step ahead of
Stay
them.
on top of it, right?
Right.
That's awesome.
So it's been nice for you to come by and visit with us.
Thank you so much, Logan. I appreciate your time. Thank you for allowing me to hammer some nails and get out here and work on your site today.
It's a pleasure to have you.
I've had a great time. Thank you so much, especially for your service to Habitat for Humanity, serving those in need. What a blessing you are and Habitat is to our community around the state of Kentucky, around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
I
too.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Vickie, thank you so much for meeting us down here at Habitat for Humanity today. So tell us your story. You are actually a homeowner. So tell us your story.
Yes, I have been a homeowner for Habitat for 16 years. And my son and I, we have excelled here in Daviess County. I'm not originally from Owensboro, but I've been in Owensboro now for 18 years, and I love this town.
So what brought you to Owensboro, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, you know, I got here because of domestic violence. I came to Oasis for safety reasons with my 3-year-old.
And Oasis, by the way, is a place that helps with a lot of women.
For spousal abuse, yes. And so we stayed there for about 8 or 9 months, and then I met Virginia Braswell, who is
Virginia.
Virginia Braswell. I just love the woman to death.
Man, yes. She's a godsend.
Yes, yes. And I got involved with AmeriCorps Vista, and I put together the training forms for the applicants for Habitat for about 1.5 years while the wonderful men that work for Habitat were helping me build my home. So it was such a blessing to have a home for safety reasons, and just my son has excelled because we've been secure and safe.
You was telling me about your son. Tell us about how he's excelled.
It's amazing. He's a music education major at Western Kentucky University. He's the drum major for the band, and he loves directing his band. He cannot wait. He's got 2 more semesters, and he'll have his bachelor's, and he can't wait to go teach music.
And now he's excelled in the music. You are able to help other women that was once in your situation. Don't you think a lot of that has to do with the volunteers, Habitat for Humanity, the volunteers that came together to help you in a time of need?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I cannot say enough for the Habitat for Humanity, the program with, you know, a 20-year no-interest mortgage. It has been such a blessing for me to be able to give back to the community, and I do that every day. I've been employed by Oasis now for 14 years, and I love doing what I do. It's a passion to be able to give back to the community.
What a blessing. What a blessing Habitat is for you, and now what a blessing you are to our community and the women here. So hats off to Habitat, right?
Yes, Habitat is the bomb.
Thank you, Vickie, so much for meeting and talking with us
You're
today
welcome.
and sharing
Thank
your
you.
story.
It's
Appreciate you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. So Brent, why don't you tell us a little bit about your group? Where are y'all from?
We're from St. John's, Michigan, St. Joseph Church, Catholic Church.
Okay.
And these kids are from the high school church youth group. So they meet once a week most of the school year and do some community activities, but they also get to know each other and get to know how they can be better people in the community.
Absolutely, and this is a great way to teach them is hands-on volunteering.
Exactly.
So what made you all come all the way to Kentucky for Habitat?
Well, Nancy is our group leader,
Okay.
and Sue as well, and they knew some other youth leaders from other youth groups in Michigan, and they were talking about where they went, and there was a guy from the Fenton area, I believe, that said, hey, we go down to Kentucky, and we stay at Mount St. Joseph, and we talk to Virginia in Owensboro, and she sets us up with work and experiences that we can assist, and the kids can walk away and realize that anybody can help. And at the end of the week, we do a lot of good, but they also learn about who they are and they can help, and no matter what their abilities are, they can make a difference.
And you was telling me earlier, it don't matter. You said one of the girls was like, well, can I do some of this work? And you was like, well, absolutely, it don't matter.
Absolutely. You know, people can do more than what they know they can, but it takes that gumption inside to say, I want to do something.
That's
So,
right, and be active, proactive, and go out and do it. Absolutely, I agree.
That's
Well,
right.
What's some of the work going on behind us here?
So when we showed up Monday, there was a foundation here and there was no walls. This pile of dirt was probably 3 feet deep.
Okay.
And on a typical job site, they might have more heavy equipment in here. They might have a skid steer to move the dirt, to fill in the holes, and you know, they'd have a framing crew that would come in and they'd put this together pretty quick. But as volunteers, we're not qualified to run some of that equipment. And
Sure. So
But-
manpower, woman power.
you know, we're
right?
not going to stand aside and say we can't do it.
That's
So
right.
it's a great organization because they'll let anybody get involved. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
They teach us some safety rules and procedures, so,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
like my safety glasses here.
Yes, absolutely. I got my hat on, my glasses on. I think I'm official, right?
Yes, you are official.
Official, all right. So taking down, smoothing out the yard, getting ready for some,
Yep, so
yard
they're gonna
work
smooth
later
out
on.
the yard and maybe plant some grass at some point.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of wood chips over here. They must have came in and ground some trees before we got here.
okay. All right.
So then across the road over here is another Habitat house that was done a few years ago. And the couple that lived there and they had a few kids, their jobs changed and they moved. And so the house goes back to the Habitat organization. And Habitat keeps the equity in it, and they can set up another family in there to give them stability, to have a place to go, for those kids to know I have a home.
All right. Hey, why don't we go over and check out some of the activities going over at that house?
Perfect.
That sound good?
Yeah, let's do that. So this is the Habitat home that we did not build. It was built a few years ago, and there was a family that gave their sweat equity and invested in this home, and it gets turned over to them, and they make payments on it for a while. And they got to raise their kids here, but their jobs changed, and they found another job someplace else. But the house goes back to the Habitat organization. And Virginia can maybe tell you more details about that, but Habitat basically sets up low interest payments for them, so it's very
Right.
affordable.
Yeah, she was telling us about that earlier. Yeah, so this is a reclaimed house, and so what's some of the work going on here at the reclaimed house today? What are some of the youth doing here behind us?
So the idea is take this house and spruce it up and clean it up so the next family coming in feels like they have something special and they want to move in.
Absolutely.
So the kids here are just cleaning up, just some maintenance. There's
Yeah.
some trash bags and we'll get rid of this stuff and leaves and sticks, and
And I think there's also things that you all do inside of the house, around the landscaping and different things like that.
So on the job site, you can be 16 or older, and that's around the power tools and the walls and the heavy, lifting.
Yes.
So the younger kids are working on landscaping here if you're under 16. And then we've got the under 16 kids over here too. We've got just a younger group of volunteers, but you can't tell a volunteer no. But you
Right.
got to find them something to do, right?
Absolutely. There's always something to do.
Anybody can help.
Everybody
So
can
yesterday, we came out here and there was grass all over the yard and we raked that up.
Yeah.
There was trash, there was sticks. So we worked on that.
Looks great. Y'all did a fantastic job.
Thank you. There's some more kids around the front of the house. Let's go
Yeah.
check them out.
Okay.
Watch the shovels.
So what we got going on here, this is one of the reclaimed houses right here we've just been talking about. Now we're in the front yard. And what are some of the youth doing here?
Well, this is just overgrown. There's weeds. Some of the flowers needed trimming. So the idea is to make it presentable for the next homeowners, that they would want to come in here and feel welcome and have a home. And they're busy, they're going to work, they've got kids, and maybe they can't keep up with it. So we want them to have a good start, and we want to get this home up to snuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they look like they're doing a good job over there. Thank you all for your service. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Good job, guys. One of the things that Virginia with Habitat is really good at is she finds out the groups that are coming, how old they are, what their skills are, and she might have them, you know, building or working on landscaping, and then she might have some different people that are good at cleaning. So, and I know there's other sites around town. We don't just work on Habitat sites.
Yeah.
There's other projects like soup kitchens or closed donation places. She knows the organization around. She says, you know, I got a few extra volunteers I could loan you. And they go, oh yeah, we have some extra help coming in. So that community, those people that run these groups know each other, and they work with each other to kind of stabilize the community and help people. So together, they're definitely getting more done that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go back over to the job site and check out some of that work. Sound good?
Very good.
It's amazing to think about all the donated material, all the donated time, all the fundraising goes in for people, for this to be able to happen. And we're seeing the very beginning of it. And of course, you know, we'll get to see the end of it as well. Yeah.
This isn't the interviews to find the people. This isn't the picking out a floor plan. This isn't trying to, you know, find a lot to build on. And this is the fun part where it comes together.
Right.
There's a lot of planning that goes in.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of work going on here at Habitat for sure, right?
These are great houses. They're not huge, but you can put a family in here. They're very efficient. They build these to Energy Star ratings where they don't have to, they're not high cost to maintain the house, to pay for the electric. They're built real well, and they're much more solid than, say, a temporary home or an older home that's fixed up. This will last a family for years.
Yeah. Well, thank you again so much for your time and talking with me on camera and all that good stuff, and letting us know all about you and bringing your kids down here, or your youth down here from Michigan. We really appreciate you all coming all the way down from Michigan to help on a local home here in Owensboro. Thanks again for your time, Brent.
You're welcome.
Thank you all so much for tuning in today to watch VolunTour Kentucky. We've had a blast hanging out here at Habitat for Humanity in Owensboro, Kentucky. Go out today, volunteer, get involved in your community. You can make a difference right now, today. We hope to see you next time here on VolunTour Kentucky. This program is made possible by Anthem Medicaid. Anthem Medicaid is with you every step of the way. And Kentucky Legend, your everyday tradition.